Alright, what's going on, guys? Try back again. Here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video talking about The Walking Dead Season 4, and based on the trailer, a discussion video talking about the possibility of Bob Stookey, Lawrence Glar Jr.'s character, being a traitor. Okay, so this one pretty much came up right away, which is that after people watch the trailer, they get the feeling that Bob Stookey is full of shit. At least it seems that way. Now, we also know that he's basically a series regular, which means he's going to have a lot of parts in the new season. He's going to be in there just like somebody like Merle was in Season 3. And I think he'd probably be a similar type character to someone like Merle. I think he'll probably be in there in Season 3. Some different things will happen, Season 4, I think he'll be in there. But I don't think he'll make it to Season 5 or Season 6. That's just where I think they're going. I think he's going to be one of those uni-season characters that gets introduced in a season and dies in the same season. Not that Merle was introduced, but he came back in Season 3 and died near the end of Season 3. So he didn't, carry on through the show after that, carry on through the series after that. I think Bob Stookey is going to be somewhere around there too. Now, why is this an interesting topic for discussion? Why are we even talking about this? Well, in the Walking Dead comic book series, there is a plot line where you have the governor who has one of his men infiltrate Rick's group at the prison, the survivors, and then run away to go back to him to inform him of their location, things of this nature, sort of like an inside man. Now, because the television series has been changed around to not follow the exact same storyline, that has not been explored in the television series. So it makes perfect sense that at this time, when the governor is missing, when they don't know where he is, and they don't know what's going on with him, that he could have someone attempt to infiltrate the group. Now, it couldn't be Martinez or Shumpert, or at least it probably wouldn't be, because they would not be trusting of either of the two. The other thing on top of that is if Bob Stookey is willing to earn his keep and do all these kinds of things, why wasn't he there with the governor when they attacked the prison in the first place? If he was brought over from the bus to the prison, wouldn't he have been in Woodbury already? Why was he not able to attack with them? Was he left behind for some reason, or what was the case? Or has he joined up with the group after that point? Interesting. Now, in the comic book series, he was basically a drunk from Woodbury who was in the military and essentially was like a medic, but basically was such a drunk that he became essentially useless until they absolutely needed him to patch the governor up, which he did do. In the television series, we're finding that he's actually going to be a part of Rick's group at the prison, and he won't really be affiliated with the governor as far as we see. So is there a chance that possibly he was the one that the governor sent to the prison or had go there, and could be still loyal to the governor? It sure looks that way, to me anyway. It definitely looks like he could be that type of character that fills Martinez's role in the comic book series as sort of a double agent, so to speak, or undercover type of guy for the governor, so he can help the governor do certain things, attack the prison and get some information to him, and these different types of things, because he does seem really strange in his demeanor and his actions. Exhibit A, 1 minute, 44 seconds into the trailer, he says, "I'd like to start pulling my weight around here. Let me earn my keep." But the way he says it is overly jolly in a zombie apocalypse, smiling in the whole bit. You don't see many characters smile in a zombie apocalypse. Not too many dudes are too happy in a zombie apocalypse, So it feels really fake. It could just be bad acting, maybe, but it seems like he's being too nice. So there's that. That's the first thing. The second thing is at 1 minute and 55 seconds in the trailer, you look at his hand, and his hand's shaking, and he's got blood on his hands. Right after the scene when you see Maggie, and she's looking all disturbed, just standing there. By the way, someone get that chick a burger. Jesus Christ, she's been starving herself or something. Her face and stuff. Oh, she looks sickly. She was fine in season 3. Now she looks sickly. She probably hasn't. Oh, anorexia is a disease. Bad. Bad, 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 bad. Anyway, not the topic of this video, but just saying, because it's right before that scene where he's shaking and you can see the blood on his hands. So, obviously, that blood got on there somehow. Something happened. It kind of looks like maybe he's disturbed and he's kind of like doesn't realize what he just did, or one of those types of scenes where maybe he just killed somebody and after he's like looking at it, realizing what he did, or something of the sort, you know, that type of thing. It could just be, it could be nothing. It could be maybe him killing zombies and seeing blood in his hands or something, but it could be something too. So that's the second part. And the last part is at 3:19 where you see Tyrese, and he's got his trusty hammer, I think it is. I don't think it's an axe. I'm pretty sure it's a hammer. And he's smashing up all the walkers around him in a circle, and he's hacking them up and everything, and he's getting surrounded and all that. Kind of similar to the scene in the comic book series in the gymnasium where he kills, you know, all those walkers in the room, even though it seems impossible. Somewhat similar to that. Very cool, by the way. But right before that happens, Bob Stookey like yells "Die" for some reason, and it's just weird. It's like, because you see Tyrese, he gets up, he comes out of the car, he starts wailing on the walkers with the hammer, right? And then it cuts over to Bob Stookey, and he's like, "Die!" like that, and he doesn't say "Dad," because at first I thought it was like, did he just say "Dad"? No, he's saying "Die" like that. But it's weird. It's like, who is he saying that to? Is he saying that to a walker? Like, is he about to kill a walker when that's happening? The way they cut it, it's like he's saying it to Tyrese. It could just be strange the way they cut it, but it's weird to me, and it kind of shows, even if he's not saying it to Tyrese, even if he's saying it to a walker, it kind of shows how he's got like these two sides. Like he seems like this army medic or whatever that's really nice and really, you know, jolly and all this stuff, but then he's got that darker side to him when he twists, and really emotional too in acting that way. Because, you know, like Daryl's an example of where he's smoking all kinds of walkers, but you'll never see Daryl with his crossbow yelling "Die" as he's doing it, you know, anything like that. So it's a weird sequence, and it does, based on the cutting, look like he's saying it to Tyrese, which is weird. I don't think that's the case, but I'm just saying, I'm bringing it up because it's one of those weird scenes, and it's like he's all like yelling and stuff. Well, I mean, I guess, you know, you'd have your adrenaline pumping if you were getting attacked by walkers and you didn't really know what to do and there was that many. But you know, you guys know where I'm going. It's just a weird scene. So that's that. Those are pretty much all his parts in the trailer. Aside from that, he's standing at the beginning in front of the big spot, and then you hear like some gunfire go off and somebody yelling, and he, oh snap, and goes and runs inside or whatever. Really, you know, not that fast actually. He's not running. He's more like fast walking. And so that's pretty much all we can really comment on at the moment. I mean, we don't have much more information on him as a character yet. But in terms of that, I mean, we know the cell block's been attacked. We know that 12 of them died, 2 of them in cold blood, which would mean that not really 2 of them were killed by walkers, but 2 of them probably were killed by other survivors, and they know that somehow. So maybe he had something to do with that. Who knows? Or maybe it was just people coming in from the outside. But there are some different theories out there. One is that maybe he had something to do with that, letting the governor in, or doing something of the sort, or maybe he orchestrated it. Definitely the blood on the hands thing looks like it. The other option could possibly be that Carl may have allowed the walkers in because he's twisted. Some people think that. I don't know if I necessarily think that he would allow walkers in against other people that were part of his group that were just staying there. I mean, it's possible because he is fairly disturbed, but I don't know. And then the other theory that most people are talking about is that little girl that has the blonde hair that is seeming to be pretty close to Carol. And I think that makes sense because she kind of looks like maybe an older version of Sophia. Like she would remind Carol of Sophia, but she looks disturbed. There's one of her taking the knife out of Carol's hand, I think, and just some different things like that. You have Sasha, she's saying, someone feeding these things? There's a couple rats that have been thrown outside the fence that the walkers were eating. Did those come from inside the fence? Did they come from outside the fence? I don't know. It's hard to say because it could have been a little girl. I don't know. Could have been somebody like Bob Stookey, maybe you know, setting it up with the governor, setting up you know, bait for the walkers to lure them to the prison in mounds or in large amounts. So that's pretty much all I got to say. I'll tell you, based on the scenes here that we've seen so far from him, I don't trust him. I don't trust him. I think he's a traitor. Just saying. I think he's an inside man for the governor. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about the topic. What do you think about the scenes, the delivery? Do you think it's just bad acting, or do you think he's supposed to seem that way? I think he's supposed to. So let's talk about it. Let's do some discussion. Is he going to fill the role of Martinez? Is he going to be a traitor? Let's talk about it. I know it's early. We just seen the trailer, but I don't waste any time. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.